Hello, my name is Amanda Watson. This is my reflection assignment for PC 702, Epidemiology and Biostatistics. The health issue in my region, which is Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is located in northeastern Pennsylvania, that I was curious and looked into was cancer. I'm concerned about this issue, and I feel that it's important because it takes over 2,000 lives in northeastern Pennsylvania annually. And there's many different cancers that affect this area. So actually, I wanted to screen share with you all a piece of information that I was able to find. And I want to show you how epidemiology and biostatistics helped me to understand this chart that I found when I started to look into cancer statistics in this area. Let me screen share with you. This is Cancer in Northeastern Pennsylvania, Incidence and Mortality of Common Cancers. And this is put together by the Northeast Regional Cancer Institute, or cancernepa.org. So just real quick, I'm going to screen share with you some of the tables that are in here. So if you can see here, this is a standardized incident ratio. And this is observed over expected cases times 100. And so that's what the numbers in the gray box, the both sexes, men and women, that's what those numbers represent. And you'll see at the bottom, it says significantly different if there's a star next to the number. It's significantly different from 100, and there's a p-value of less than 0.05. So had I not taken this course in epidemiology and biostatistics, I would have no idea how to really interpret this data, and I would have to automatically go down into the summary to get any kind of an idea of what this information implied. There's also at the bottom, you'll see they're looking at standardized incident ratios in comparison to standardized mortality ratios. And there's a 95% confidence interval, meaning that the range of the values included are true 95% of the time. So, and it also states that wider confidence intervals are less accurate than more narrow confidence intervals, but that this is the best information that they are able to obtain at this point in time. So this was very interesting. Let me stop sharing. And basically, there are some commonly diagnosed cancer sites in northeastern Pennsylvania that are in higher prevalence than in the rest of the United States. And the ones that actually are significantly elevated for northeastern Pennsylvania, there's 11 that are higher than the United States. That includes brain cancer, bronchus and lung cancer, colon and rectum cancer, esophagus, Hodgkin's lymphoma, larynx, oral cavity and pharynx, thyroid, urinary bladder, uterine and cervical cancer, and uterine corpus. And then the highest mortality ratios are from bronchus and lung, colon and rectum, breast cancer, pancreas, and prostate. And this is in comparison to the United States. That's where this information is coming from. So I guess what this leaves me with in terms of questions that I still have from this class is, how do we really determine causality? Like, what is the definitive test that lets us know why there is such a high incidence of specific cancers in this region. And I relate this also back to my NM 700 class, where I was looking at infant mortality in this region, and there's extremely high rates of infant mortality in this region. And I was trying to figure out why, and I was looking at all of these different statistics and all of these different studies and trying to put the pieces together, but really determining that this is the cause for that. And how do we really determine that without including other factors that may be a part of it? How are we confident that this is what the cause is? So I guess that is just an ongoing process that I will have to come to discover over time and through experience. And had I not taken this course, then I would be way more clueless than I am now in terms of being able to interpret any kind of the statistical significance or information that is available. So I really do appreciate this course for that reason. And I hope that, with cancer, for example, I hope that we're able to see some decreasing numbers in both incidence and mortality in this region. And I also hope the same thing for infant mortality as well. Being a nurse midwife and not a nurse practitioner, I feel like I'll be a little bit more able to impact the infant mortality rates. But the cancer is concerning for me, specifically the breast cancer, the uterine, and the cervical cancer, and just really trying to come down to the reasons why women are affected by those types of cancer and what can really be done to improve their quality of life. So that is my reflection. Thank you very much, and I welcome any feedback that anybody has. Thanks.